love cats. I love every kind of cat. I just wanna hug all of them, but I can't hug every cat. Can't hug every cat. So anyway, I am a cat lover and I love to run. I'm sorry I'm thinking about cats again. I really love cats.
Hey guys, it's Lauren, CatLadyStitcher.
Hey guys, it's me again. Hi.
Do you have a name? Who are you?
My name is Kathleen.
There we go. In case you guys forgot who she was. So we are currently in Seattle. This is the promised Flosstube update from Seattle because Kathleen has been stitching her little heart away for the last couple of weeks. So we just had a couple of things we wanted to show you guys, but first we thought we'd talk a little bit about some of our adventures here. So we just decided about 3 weeks ago that we wanted to go on another trip. So we just picked Seattle and we're staying in a very fun and cozy Airbnb.
Yep.
It felt almost immediately like we were walking into our own homes.
It was a little bit creepy because we walked in and there was Bible verses on the wall. The first thing that we saw were a bunch of Harry Potter books, and then we turned the corner and saw a bunch of vintage cameras.
Yep, very much towards us. Plus also Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
And Friends on DVD, the entire seasons. And
there was also Monty Python, and there was also near our bed a Dungeons and Dragons coloring book.
Yeah, so for this nerd over here, big deal.
Yep.
So it's been really fun. We've been keeping it low key since I spent most of my money on the trip to get here. So we haven't done too much, but it's been a lot of fun. We went hiking on our first day on Friday, which was great because it was supposed to rain. Well, it's rained every day we've been here. Go figure. But it actually only rained for the first, by the time we actually started the trail, I think it had stopped.
Yeah, after we had our photo shoot in all the moss. Raining.
Both of us being photographers, we took a lot of pictures. So I'm going to put some pictures from our hike here. So I hope you guys enjoyed those. Hopefully I didn't put too many in there because we really like to take pictures.
Yep. We probably added an hour and a half to our total hike time with our photos. Yeah.
And the fact that I'm asthmatic when I hike. So we went real slow.
We did it. We made it.
We did make it. It was a 4-mile round trip, which is about as long as I could probably go. My legs didn't give out on me until almost to the top, and it was beautiful, as I'm sure you could see from the pictures that we put in. Hopefully I'm gonna put those in there. I did put those in there because they're gonna be there already.
Yep.
What else did we do? Oh, you can tell them where we got these fun cats.
Oh yeah, we went to a store called Archie McPhee, and it's basically kind of like a gag gift kind of store. We got these just to annoy our coworkers, and they kind of looked like our cats.
Yeah, this one looks like Charlie. This one kind of looks like Luna. She's, grayish.
Yeah, and this one kind of looks like Sinatra somewhat.
This looks a lot like her cat, I think. Yeah. So
it's just a little bit more dark than Sinatra is, but
in the face. But her cat.
And I got
very similar.
These great little things that you put in your dashboard.
We got a lot of little useless trinkets that are awesome.
Walking lederhosen. Everyone needs that, right? But yeah, it was super fun.
We spent way too much time in there. There was an entire wall dedicated to cat lady stuff. And I left without actually getting anything other than these. So I think we did pretty good there. Yep. And then if you guys are not following me on Instagram, you should be. You should be, because there is a quality laugh of a video of this one, because how long have we been best friends now? Like a year almost?
Yeah.
And she's never once mentioned to me that she doesn't like bugs or has a fear of them. And I have been very vocal about the fact that I am borderline arachnophobic.
I wouldn't say I'm
Always.
arachnophobic. I just can't stand flying insects.
Okay, but spiders don't fly. They just sometimes jump at you really quickly.
I tend to stay away from them.
We may have found a couple of spiders by my bed. No big deal. But I refuse to do anything with them. I can't be in a room with them. I can't see them being killed. I can't hear them being killed. And so I made her do it. And there is some quality video, a video clip on Instagram. It's
not my proudest moment.
I think it's hilarious.
At all.
And if you need a laugh, go check it out.
We seriously, like, she couldn't tell if I was laughing or crying. Like,
yeah.
I was, it was both, but.
I was laughing hard. So, you know. All right, so let's jump into some whips because we are losing daylight and we want to show you guys what we've been working on. So I've got you know what, actually, Kathleen, why don't you go first?
Okay.
Because they've seen my stuff.
Got it. Okay. So last time I was with you guys, I had just started my Stormtrooper. I've learned a lot. So now that I'm looking at this, it looks awful to me. But, you know, got this much done.
Behind it.
There we go. So yeah, so here's progress on the Stormtrooper.
I think it looks really good.
So.
For your first cross stitch.
Yeah. But I've definitely gotten better since I've done this, I think. So, yeah. So here's Stormtrooper.
You can tell that it's a Stormtrooper now.
Yeah, that's good. And then, like we've mentioned, I absolutely love anything Dungeons and Dragons related. So I got a kit for a Critical Role related one. This is supposed to be, there's a bear within Critical Role named Trinket. So here's a little Trinket all sad, and it's going to say, is it Thursday yet? Because every Thursday is when they do the show. So that's kind of gotten Trinket done. And then the next one is what I'm most excited about. I think it looks so good, and it's been so much fun to work on.
Before you show that, she already has 2 finishes.
Oh, yeah.
By the way. But
Yes.
because we are in Seattle, they are not with us. So I'm going to insert a picture of her 2 finishes right here.
Yeah, so those are currently on my desk and making my desk even more nerdy.
And they look really good. She finished those real fast.
Yeah, but there were only a couple of colors. One of them was just black. So, yeah, it was pretty simple. So this one I'm really excited about. So, yes. My favorite part, I love the variation in color of the, like, cork topper here. But it's going to be kind of like a ship in a bottle kind of thing. So, yeah, it's been super fun to work on it, and I've been really happy with it, and all the stitches going the right way and are all also, one direction, so.
Look at her backs, okay? My backs, when I first started, did not look this good.
You don't need to show that. That's okay.
No, it looks so good. My backs looked, I had so many carried threads when I first started, and then I started, like, running out of thread, and then I realized what I was doing wrong. So she's doing really good. I just lost my magnet for my needle minder somewhere in my whips. Oh no, it's on here. Oops. Okay, so that's all of your whips, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty good for 3 weeks.
3 weeks in, yeah, she has a lot.
So.
So I will, which one did I put on here first? Okay, so for the class schedule cell, I'm not going to go into detail about it like I did last time, but I can't remember. I don't think I hadn't finished this block last week. I skipped. So far we have, it's monthly. So I've got January, February, March, and April, but I skipped March because I ended up designing my own block for April, and I really was excited about it. So
I'm super excited. I'm so proud of her, like, stepping out and making her own designs. Like, it's amazing.
It's not that great, but I like it. And anyway, you guys saw most of it last week, but this is it finished. So this is the whole thing so far, or at least the top half of it. And of course I didn't measure it right, so it's off-centered. I only think I gave it like 2 inches of allowance instead of 3, so whatever. But this is the one that I completed. I can't see it, Kathleen, so you have to make sure
you're
in
good.
there. This is the one that I completed last week. So, oops, I'm just trying to show the History of Magic one here. So, I think I explained this briefly when I was showing it before. But my inspiration for this was History of Magic was known mostly because it was 1, a boring class that mostly talked about goblin rebellions, and 2, the professor is a ghost. So I charted a ghost for Professor Binns, and then I took one of the names of a goblin from the Goblin Rebellions and wrote it on the chalkboard and put some little pieces of chalk there, and then just included a globe and some books and a chair. So this is those all together. So far we've got Transfiguration, Potions, History of Magic. Herbology is going to be over here. I just haven't started it yet. I'll probably start that at least get the square done on my way home from Seattle, since it's a 5-hour flight. So I'm pretty proud about how that's working out. I'm very glad that I have been doing my own thing, because pictures I've seen of people who have stuck to the original design, it's just really like plain, and it just doesn't make me happy to look at. I feel like mine makes me happy to look at, and that's all that matters. So that's what I'm gonna leave it there and just move on.
I'm just really excited that you're like stepping into making your own patterns, because that could lead into a lot more things. So I hope that she gets to designing her own patterns and doing all that. So
we'll see. I don't know that I would be any good at it, but
you don't know that.
Okay. So, and then the other one is my Harry Potter pillow sampler from Cloud's Factory. I don't have the picture of it. Well, I do, but I'm not going to get it out right. Well, let me get it out, because I haven't showed you guys the picture in a while, and it's right here. So this is the Cloud's Factory Harry Potter pillow sampler. I'm almost done with the top row of pages. So there's just a couple of minor things I'll need to finish up tonight, and then I'll be done with the first 4 pages.
It's looking so good.
And I did today, I went back and I remember I told you guys that for the Ravenclaw banner, I'm kind of a stickler for the books. And so I went in and changed what was charted for white in here to be bronze. And then once I put this in, the gray that was in here didn't really stand out much. And so I picked it out and I replaced it with the bronze to match the rest of the flag. And it's looking really good. I'm pleased that I chose to do that. So all that's left on this over here is to get these little gold pieces here and here, and then I think there's just some little white accents here, and then I gotta fill in the rest of the banner right here with some silver for Slytherin. So that's coming out quite nicely. I did a lot of this on the plane. Like, I pretty much did this whole flag.
Yeah.
On the plane. It was a lot of stitching. I stitched the entire time while watching movies.
I slept.
It was great. I can't sleep on planes when traveling at all. This is going to be a real short video, which is surprising because there's 2 of us. So the next thing we have is haul. Do you have some haul that you wanted to share?
I guess I kind of saw them, the adorable bags over there.
I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
the adorable needle minders that I got from Grandma Girl Designs. They're absolutely adorable. So we have Star-Lord, and then I love Gamora. I think she's my favorite one. And then you already saw Groot in the previous episode, and then of course we have Rocket there, which is my favorite.
Cute.
So they're really adorable. So yeah, that's kind of my haul. And then guys, seriously, Lauren did such a great job on my project bag. Look at this. It's so perfect. We went to a really geeky coffee shop this morning, and we got a compliment on it, and it deserves all the compliments in the world. I absolutely am obsessed with it, and she did a great job. So that's my haul.
I said a lot of almost cuss words at it because I'm still learning how to sew, and my sewing machine was giving me no end of problems when I was making that. But it turned out really good, and I'm kind of jealous of it. And I'm not as huge of a Zelda fan as she is, but I think it looks awesome, so maybe I'll make myself one. I forgot a really important part of our trip. Okay. So when we went hiking, we passed by a cute little town of, I think it's pronounced Issaquah, and it's literally like super tiny. I don't even know. There's probably like, was there even a red light? I think it was just a couple.
Yeah, there was. There was definitely red lights.
I thought it was just stop signs throughout the downtown. Oh, maybe there's like one or two red lights. It was very small. But there's an adorable LNS in Issaquah. And like I have mentioned before, I have not found one that carries cross-stitching supplies in the Nashville area yet. I may be wrong. Maybe there's one somewhere. If anyone knows of one that's still open, let me know, because I mean, maybe don't let me know. I'd probably just be broke forever. But whatever. We found one on our way back, and I'm going to insert a picture of me at that store here. So needless to say, I was very excited. Probably a good thing that I don't really have any spending money for this trip, because I only was able to purchase one thing, which I really needed. And that was some new needles. And, oh, that's a glare right there. I just got some, oh, there we go. Some Bowen size 26 needles. I've already got one. I broke, the cardinal rule, and I've already opened it, and I'm using one of them, and she's got one of the others.
The cardinal? Well, you'll have to explain that to me later.
We're not, well, most people don't like to open things and use it before they show it on Flosstube.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm usually the same way, but since there's like 6 needles in here, I figured no one would really care. And plus, I was getting real tired of the needles I was using, breaking the floss. I don't know if y'all had this problem, but mine kept breaking in the eye of the needle. And this has been like a game changer, and I just started using it today. But I was very excited. So much pretty floss in that store. And we learned something new about needles. Yeah. So I asked the lady at the store, I can't remember her name, I'm not sure that I asked it, but she was very kind and very sweet. It was called Thread Needle Street. So if you're in the Seattle, Washington area, Thread Needle Street in Issaquah is where we went. And the shop owner there was very kind. And I was asking her if she had a preference between Bowen and, what is it, John James, I think is what they're called. Because I've seen so many people that love both or one or the other, and I just didn't really know which one to go with. And she was talking about how, well, this one's made in France and that one's made in England, but they don't actually say they're made in England anymore. And I was like, well, what does that really matter? I mean, I have no idea. And of course, it didn't occur to me that it would matter, because in England, they've been like doing needlepoint for like hundreds of years. So they would know a little bit of something about making needles. So anyway, I thought that was interesting, something that I learned. I didn't know that it really mattered where it was made. But so far, I really like these Bowen needles. So I think that's all I've got.
Yeah.
It's a really short one, guys. We're going to go to Vancouver tomorrow. It's a 2-hour drive north of here. So we're going to be hopping into the car, rental car, bright and early, driving north. Going to spend a day there. Stay the night at a different Airbnb in the area, and then drive right back down south and catch our flight to come back to Nashville. Yep. So hopefully this will be up tomorrow morning. Well, what's today? Today is Sunday. Oh my gosh. I don't know what. I'm so used to doing this on Tuesday nights that I don't even know what day it is. It is Sunday, yes. April 8th. Ooh, I wrote the wrong date on that note. Oops. I left a note for our Airbnb person, but I wrote the wrong date on it. Oh well. Today's April 8th, and I will try to have this up either tonight or tomorrow morning. So it'll be an early one this week. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great stitchy week. I don't have any shout outs this week. I haven't been able to keep up with Flosstube just in all of the chaos of traveling and work, in a short work week. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great stitchy week, and I will see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.
cat. I love every kind of cat. I just wanna hug all of them, but I can't hug every cat. Can't hug every cat.